Hey guys, welcome back to Hugs and Honey. Good to see you today. So I wanted to talk about something that is definitely a topic of interest for the world right now, primarily because it has to do with the Olympics and is shining a spotlight on something that we talk about all the time on this channel. And it is Simone Biles. No, that's very loud. We'll have to see if we can live with that loud noise and see if I can continue with that loud noise happening right now. Oh, good, it stopped. So Simone Biles and the Olympics and mental health. And we talk a lot about mental health. We talk a lot about emotional wellness and how to handle these really tough emotions, these emotions of, you know, of feeling sad or angry or jealous or depressed. And so Simone Biles, if you don't know, she's basically like the best athlete, the best gymnast of all time ever in history, which is an amazing accomplishment. She's unbelievable. She's so good that the Olympic team, the Olympic authorities are basically saying that that they can't compare the other athletes to her because she's so good that the other athletes might actually injure themselves if they try doing what she can do, which is not fair, right? Like, it's not that it's not fair. It's just it's not good for personal evolution and personal confidence and personal belief in yourself. There should always be something to strive for, and someone is always, you know, kind of what's the right word? Improving themselves and succeeding in ways that has never been done. It's an evolution. This is human evolution, which is very exciting. But there's a lot of pressure happening in sports and just, I guess, as a celebrity or like these these elite athletes and people who have a lot of public eye, like who are in the public eye and who a lot of people see, and so they get there can be a lot of depression that happens as a result of that, feeling alone, feeling like no one understands you. There are not a lot of people in the world that exist in that type of situation, and so they can feel very alone. And so I may have to walk inside if that noise continues. So Simone Biles is just one example of someone who has put her... I'm gonna walk inside. Sorry guys, but we're mobile today. We're gonna go inside, and now it stops, but I'm still gonna go inside anyway in case he starts again. But really what I wanted to say is that putting your mental health first is like a #1 priority. This is super, super, super important to do. Let me see. All right, now I'm gonna sit here. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Now I just wanna fix this so I'm looking okay. Anyways, so mental health and depression. So what I did was I kind of started to research and look at the different celebrities that deal with mental health, that have talked about the fact that they have mental health issues. And depression is a really big mental health issue that can eventually possibly lead to suicide or to just really feeling bad about yourself and doing things to yourself that is not loving yourself and is not having compassion and understanding for yourself. And society does a really good job of not really allowing you to pull back and pull away from certain things. So Simone Biles pulled away from the Olympics and because her mental health is suffering right now. She feels like has the weight of the world on her shoulders, and rightly so. I mean, she's the GOAT. She's the greatest of all time. And she's remarkable, but she is suffering as a result of it, as a result of the scrutiny, and as a result of saying that like she's too good, right? So you strive your whole life to be good, to excel, to succeed, and then once you do it, you're told that it's not good or that it's too good, right? And that you can't participate in certain activities because you're too good. So that can really mess with your brain, right? And so a lot of athletes and other people have spoken up and recognized that these athletes are under so much pressure, also by their coaches who push them so hard to earn medals and achieve certain accomplishments at the sacrifice of your mental health and well-being. And so it can be so detrimental to us in our lives and can have really, really severe consequences as we go forward in life. And so the world should be applauding Simone Biles right now for her bravery. Not only is she an elite athlete and an amazing example in much of her life, in lots of other aspects of her life, but she is putting her mental health first. She is putting her own peace of mind and her own self-confidence and her own self-love before anyone else's approval. So often we're looking outward for other people to approve us and to give us that stamp of approval, that validation for us to then feel like we've done good things and we're a good person and we're succeeding in life. But really, what it should be and what is healthiest for us is for that to come from within, from from loving ourselves and for learning how to take this stress and this focus and this intensity and have compassion and forgiveness for ourselves. Michael Phelps, who is also an Olympic athlete, a very, very well-known swimmer and decorated athlete, very successful, had experienced big depression after the Olympics, the last one that he had, and was very depressed. And it's kind of it in the past, in the public eye and in general, it's a hard conversation to have with people, to say I'm depressed. Like, it's not widely accepted. But now with these athletes coming out, Michael Phelps said it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. Like, that is okay. So similar to what we talk about frequently, like when you have anger, when you have frustration, when you have anything, it's okay to feel that. Like, let that energy come through your body so that you can not hold it tight. Because when it's not okay, it comes in, you feel it, and then it gets stuck and it doesn't go anywhere. It stays there because we're tense about it. We're not accepting of it. But when we accept this energy, when we accept even these like negative, these hard to sit with feelings, they have time to, our body loosens a little bit and isn't so constricted. And we allow that energy to kind of flow through us and pass through us. And when we accept it, we don't beat ourselves up over it, and we don't then hate on ourselves. Because there's a lot happening right now with people just hating themselves for not meeting these certain expectations that other people are placing on you. So how can you meet any expectation that comes from someone else, even if it's from your parents or your teachers or your siblings? These things have to come from within, from inside of us. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I know you guys all know The Rock. He was in Jumanji and so many other movies that you all probably know. He talks about how he had depression and how he wishes that he recognizes that you can't do it alone, that this is something that almost everyone feels some sense of depression at some point. And he wishes that someone had told him that it was going to be okay. And so I'm here to tell you, because we all have challenges in life that can make us depressed, that can make us have these mental health illnesses. Like, we're not well mentally inside of our mind. We're thinking thoughts that are not healthy for us. And so these unhealthy thoughts create an energy inside of our bodies that then creates actions that are not in alignment with who we are on the inside when we are allowing energy to flow through us and being more of ourselves. So it's so important for us to recognize and be okay with mental health and talking about it and sharing about it and knowing that everyone to some degree experiences mental illness, okay? And that it's not something that only you are feeling, that you're not alone, and that it's going to be okay. And so what I would tell you is that if you are feeling these thoughts, like Michael Phelps talked about being in his bedroom for 4 or 5 days, like in the dark, in bed, not wanting to talk to anyone or see anyone or do anything. And I have to admit, sometimes I get like that. Like, I get to a point where there are certain days where I just don't want to see anyone and don't want to talk. And in stopping and thinking about that, I recognize, oh, well, it's because I am off. I'm stuck somewhere. So sort of like what we were talking about yesterday with procrastination. And I even went further with yesterday's. I was thinking about it this morning and realized that, like, I haven't been dancing on my normal dance schedule. And so my energy, my movement, my playfulness, my connection, my social outlet, the way that I challenge myself personally, emotionally, and physically, I have not been doing on a regular basis, just because of COVID and things that are the transition of moving from Zoom classes to in person and working more than I did before and just recreating my own schedule. And for me, that is huge. That is everything. It really stops my energy from going and from flowing. And so it's no wonder that if I'm not on my normal physical routine, that the other energies that I have, the energy of taking action, of moving forward in my business, can somewhat be halted and slowed down because I am energetically kind of stuck. And so just recognizing that this is what's happening, it always starts with becoming aware, right? That's always step number one. Just become aware that's even happening. And then step number two is don't be ashamed or shy or scared, but tell someone that this is happening to you and what you're experiencing. And you might be surprised that that person that you share that with might also be experiencing something similarly, or has experienced it also, or knows what to do to help you get through it. And so I just wanted to sort of share my own thought process of recognizing that my physical activity is slowing down my sort of mental and emotional pursuits in life. My physical is coming into my emotional and my professional and my social. And so it's all connected. I just want to, draw the line together there, connect the dots that we are whole people, right? Body, mind, and spirit. And so these are things that we can't just isolate and just focus on one thing, because it's all connected. And so the fact that I haven't been dancing is also impacting my mental stability, my mental wellness, and the fact that I'm procrastinating with work, with certain aspects of work. And so it might be happening with you guys too. Certain things might be happening as a result of COVID and the pandemic and being, sheltering in place. Like, all of these things are impacting our emotional and mental health and wellness right now. And so just by calling it out, by naming it, by acknowledging it, by asking for help, and having a lot of compassion for yourself, like forgiving yourself for not being perfect, like what Michael Phelps says, it's okay to not be okay. And so let's just remember that it's okay to not be okay. And let's support each other as this movement progresses of mental health and emotional health. And this is what we talk about pretty much every day here on this channel. And so it just felt very appropriate to talk about it today. Let's bring the conversation to the forefront. This is impacting our lives, and we need to learn how to deal with it. We just do. It's not really taught in schools. And so Hugs+Honey is all about mental and emotional and holistic health and wellness, mind, body, and spirit. And how do we deal with these really difficult times in our lives? How do we get past them? How do we share and build community to support each other through these challenging times? So please like, subscribe, comment, and share on this video, guys, because the more people who have access to information like this and to normalizing some of these challenges in life, the healthier and the better we will all be and feel. And it just raises the vibration of the world. And so becoming conscious of these things is like really maximizing our pleasure in life and maximizing and helping us embrace and enjoy life. And that is super, super important. So anyways, please, as I mentioned, like, subscribe, comment, and share. I'm really, really interested in your mental health and emotional health wellness. And if you have any comments or concerns, please share them below. You can always private message me. Yeah, please take care of yourselves, guys, and take care of other people. If you see a friend who doesn't look like they're feeling okay, ask them. Be there for them. It's okay to not be okay. I see you. I hear you. I'm here for you. And I love you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.